Y'all, this generation is different. This generation of kids is different. In this generation, we cannot force our kids to do something that we want them to do. They're going to do it on their own terms. And when they're doing it on their own terms, as a parent, make sure that they are doing it with the best intentions for them, for themselves, for their family. I'm not saying go out here and just, oh, they want to do this and it's okay to let them, smoke, let them drink, let them have sex. No, I'm not saying all that. I'm saying make sure that it's the best intentions for themselves. They're growing, they're evolving, they're whether they want to go to college or whether they don't want to go to college. Maybe they want to be an entrepreneur. Who knows? But when your kids make decisions for themselves, make sure that it is the best decisions for themselves as a whole, make sure it's the best decision for themselves for the good. Okay, so I say that to say, y'all know how we was forced to go to church, to go to whatever religion-based standpoint that you were in when you was growing up. Y'all was forced. Mamas and daddies say, wake up on Sunday morning, get ready for church. Y'all going to church today. Y'all not staying in my house. Da 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 da. Woo. But what I have experienced, and this is what I'm coming to y'all, I don't force my children to do anything but have a relationship with God. That's the most important thing I want them to do, is have a relationship with God. Because when you have that relationship with God, later on down the line, God will bring you into his sanctuary, if that's what you want to call it, at some point. All right, so God will lead you, and if God is in your life, he will lead and he will guide you, right? So at the right moment and at the right time, God will bring your children and bring you to a place that where you are supposed to be at this right time and at this moment. Okay, so I say that to say, do not force your kids into doing into going to church. They have to want to do it for themselves. They have to want to do it for themselves. And they will get there. They will get there. Continue to pray over your children. Continue to ask God to lead and guide your children, protect your children, whatever the case might be. I know my daughter, my teenage daughter, she's in a prayer club at school. So as long as she's in a prayer club at school, and I didn't tell her to join that prayer club. Her and her friends have a praying group. They get together. They wake up in the morning. They pray. They journal. And I love that for her. I love that for her. So I say that to say, we cannot force what we do in our lives. We cannot force it on our children. I don't know why that piece of hair is so annoying, but we cannot force what we do in our lives onto our children. Eventually, they will see what we're doing, and only thing we could do is set a positive, continue to be a positive role model and set that tone. That's what you can do. Set that tone in your household. Install God in your children. That means pray with your children. Pray over your children. Set that tone. And when they set that, when you set that tone, that's all you can do. Kids gonna go left or they're gonna go right. But at the end of the day, we can't force them to do. We gotta break out of that childhood ways as we were children, because that's not how it is in this generation. These kids are figuring it out on their own, and that's good. I love that for them. These boys, I can speak for boys, because these boys, I can speak for us girls because I have girls, but these boys are not, wanting to be in relationship with these girls as if how they were when we were in school. When we were in school, boys were all over girls and smacking their butts and wanting to court them and doing all that stuff. Boys these days just be chilling. And I love that for this generation. They be chilling. They not forceful. They just, they taking their time. They figuring out. They analyzing. They figuring out certain things they want in life. They got goals. They got dreams. I love that about this generation. I don't know what this generation is called. Gen Z, Gen X. In 2025, what are these teenagers now called? These children now called? Gen X, Gen Z? I don't know. I think I'm a millennial. But I love that for these kids. So I feel like they are our future. We do have to pray about that. They are our future. But at the end of the day, they are going to figure it out on their own. So I hope this helps somebody, some parent, some way, somehow, that whoever it is, whoever this message is for, that y'all are forcing y'all children. Some of y'all forcing y'all children what to wear. Some of y'all forcing y'all children what to eat, what to do in their life, set goals and set dreams. Just because they don't tell you doesn't mean that they're not doing it. Just because they don't tell you don't mean they're not doing it. So yes, we want to pay attention to what our children are doing and figure out what they are doing, but at the end of the day, we can only teach them. We can only set that tone. But they're going to do whatever they want to do. And they're going to do whatever they want to do. So lead your children to Christ. Don't force them to go to church, because eventually if they have their relationship with God, God will lead them eventually to a place they need to be. And when I was younger, I was going to the sanctuary. I was going to this place, and I would go because my parents went. I would go because it was the right thing to do with my family. But it wasn't filling my cup. It wasn't filling me up. It was working for my mom, or whoever was taking me, but what was it doing for us as kids? What was it doing for us as kids? I was still dating at a young age. I was still having sex at a young age. What was it doing? It wasn't doing anything. But the tone that was set in having a relationship with God, I always carried that. That's what I took from it. But eventually God led me to a place where I'm able to now be in the center, in the forefront. And I love that for me. I love that. I'm able to be at a place where God called me at now. I carried that relationship for so long, and God actually led me to a place that I feel whole. I feel complete. I feel like it's my home. And that's where I go faithfully and all the time. So set that tone, parents. Don't get discouraged. Don't be like, oh, my baby, he ain't gonna be this, she ain't gonna be that. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. But she gonna do it on her own time. He gonna do it on his own time. So I hope this message resonate with some of y'all. Stop forcing your kids. They're gonna figure it out. This generation, I love this for this generation. Y'all know I'm one of them cool moms. I'm one of them cool high school moms. All the kids in high school, all the kids at the school love me. So I see it. I'm all in their business, because what y'all doing with my baby? What my baby doing with y'all? You know what I'm saying? So I'm all in their business, and I see it. And they're doing so good. Just from what I see, that this generation is going to be okay. This generation is going to be okay. So I love and appreciate y'all. I hope this message resonates with some of y'all. Make sure y'all check out my ebook with the link in my bio. So I love and appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all in my next video.